Hey dudes and dudettes, I'm Hilah and you're watching Hilah Cooking. Today I'm going to show you how to make a frittata, which is kind of like an omelet but flat and filled with more vegetables and very, very delicious. Have you ever noticed how pinata rhymes with frittata even though they're two different languages, but they are kind of the same thing? Because with a pinata you have paper mache and with a frittata you have eggs, and instead of candy inside it you have vegetables inside it. So it's like a pinata filled with vegetables and eggs? Let's get to it. Alrighty, mighty dog. So I'm going to do today some zucchini and mushrooms. You can do whatever you want. But kind of the deal is you want to have about an equal volume of eggs to vegetables. And that's kind of how it differs from an omelet. And if you want to learn how to make an omelet, I made a video on that too. Okay, so first things, that cracked stupid. We're going to beat these eggs together. And you could do, I'm going to do 4 because it's only going to be 2 of us eating this lovely thing. But you could do up to 6 eggs at once if you're feeding the crowd. Okay. And wow, I got really messy hands. Okay, so we'll beat these up. And I've got some Parmesan cheese and some fresh parsley. And you could use dill or cilantro or whatever you have around. But I'm going to mix those into the eggs too. And a little pepper. And a little salt. Okay, we are ready to cook. So we got our pan heating up here. Add about a tablespoon and a half of butter, if it'll ever get the hell, okay. And swirl this around. Butterfingers. Okay, and I'll add our vegetables. And maybe like saute these for about 5 minutes until they get a little bit softened. Whatever. I can do that with these because they're about the same density, I guess. But if you were doing onions, probably want to put the onions in before the softer things. Or like you could even do broccoli, but again, put that in before you put in something like mushrooms that's softer. Or greens. You could also use some spinach or some chard. Whatever, that's the beauty of it. Okay, so these are all getting really soft and nice. I'm gonna turn the heat down to low and take this time to spread it out all evenly so that in our finished thing, you know, it's pretty even. Okay, mix up our little eggies again, a little bit. And then pour that just right on top like that. And if you got any uneven spots, which I don't because I'm perfect, just kind of roll your skillet around to smooth it out. Okay, any little weird guys popping up? Okay. Now, at the very beginning, you want to, you know, you can do this a little bit to get that runny egg under there. But after like the first, I don't know, 60 seconds or so, you want to just kind of leave it alone. Alright, so this is getting pretty well set around the edges, and even the top is pretty good. I'm going to turn my broiler on because that's how we're going to finish it. Just let this sit over low heat for a few minutes while the broiler preheats, and then we'll finish cooking it, and then we'll eat the shit out of it. Alright, so just put that under the broiler for a couple minutes. See you later! Alright. Perfecto. Okay, so you don't really want it to leave it in there until it's brown or anything, just till it's cooked and puffed, unless you like crusty egg stuff. So first we'll kind of make sure it's looser on the edges, and then we'll cut a wedge. Oh man, I love that. Oh dude, I'm gonna eat this whole thing real fast. Okay, well that's how you make a frittata. I hope you try it. It's also one of the recipes that I put in my Learned Cookbook because it is something that's really easy to make. If you're intimidated by omelets, start out with this. But really you shouldn't be intimidated by omelets, but whatever, it's your deal. Okay, thanks for watching. Frittata, pinata. Okay, see you later, bye.